Admiral, thanks very much for joining us. First of all, update us on this new round of U.S. and Arab allied airstrikes. What's going on?
These strikes just ended moments ago, Wolf. It was against 12 targets in eastern Syria. These 12 targets were what we call modular oil refineries. So they're oil refineries, not oil fields, but actual refineries. They were struck with precision-guided munitions over the course of about an hour and a half this afternoon by both U.S. and coalition aircraft. In fact, there were more coalition aircraft in the skies on these particular missions than there were U.S. flights.
Which coalition partners participated?
Saudi Arabia participated, as did the United Arab Emirates.
And they dropped more bombs, precision missiles or whatever than the U.S. did? Is that what you're saying, Admiral?
Well, we're still working on, I don't have an exact number of actual munitions dropped. I can tell you they were all precision-guided munitions. But what I am saying is that the majority of the aircraft on these missions were actually coalition aircraft and not U.S.
So these 12 targets, tell us why they were selected.
These are oil refineries, as I said, modular oil refineries. They account for roughly, on average, about $2 million a day of revenue for ISIL. So they're an important revenue stream for these guys. They are in a remote part of eastern Syria, so we know that there wasn't a big risk of causing any collateral damage or civilian casualties. These are oil refiners. And I will tell you that one of the things that we really focused on was the infrastructure around the refineries itself. Their berthing and their communications equipment and the methods of control over the refinery's business that we were really trying to get at. We're going to do a battle damage assessment throughout the night. And hopefully tomorrow morning we'll have a much better sense of how well we did. Again, these strikes have just now ended. The aircraft are all safely back on deck, but that's only happened in the last 20 minutes.
And so I take it all U.S., Saudi, UAE aircraft left safely. There was no problem as far as that was concerned, right?
That is right, Wolf. All the aircraft, all the pilots have returned safe and sound.
My other guess is this is only just the beginning. ISIS can anticipate a whole lot more. Is that right?
Absolutely, Wolf. We're going to keep the pressure on them. We said that yesterday. This is the beginning of a long effort. The United States military is poised and ready to contribute to that effort for as long as it takes. There will be more. There will be more.
Do you have a complete bomb damage assessment from the first couple of rounds of U.S. and coalition airstrikes?
We do, Wolf. We've completed the assessment, the analysis of the first night strikes. What I can tell you is that we're very, very confident that we not only hit what we were aiming at, but that we caused the kind of damage we wanted to cause. And I think you saw in the briefing yesterday, in some buildings we just wanted to hit communications gear on the roof, or maybe just one side of the building. So we were very, very precise, very lethal, very targeted, and we're very comfortable that these strikes were successful and executed very, very professionally.
Do you know if you killed the al-Nusra leader, the man known as the Turk?
We do not know that, Wolf. We cannot confirm any particular leadership that might have been killed in any of these strikes. In fact, we've been asked, well, how many ISIL fighters did you kill? We don't know that yet either. But the goal really was to get at ISIL's capabilities of sustaining, training, equipping, financing itself. These are strategic level targets that we were going after. And again, all indications that we have, and we've done the analysis, is that these strikes were very successful.
On the first night, we know those Tomahawk cruise missiles were launched against a separate round of targets, the Khorasan Group targets, a separate terrorist organization, as you know. There have been reports that you targeted the leader of the Khorasan, this man, Muhsin al-Fadli. Do you know if he was killed?
We don't know that, Wolf. We can't confirm the fate of Mr. Fadli. But we were honest about the fact that one of the things you go after when you go after groups like this is their ability to command and control and to lead themselves. And certainly if you're a leader of an organization like this, you're fair game.
That imminent threat from the Khorasan Group, that imminent threat no longer exists. Is that right?
Well, again, we're still doing we're still trying to take a look at that particular set of strikes. We do believe that we severely disrupted and degraded their ability to plot and to plan there near Aleppo. But I'm not prepared right now to say that the threat that the Khorasan Group poses, either in this particular case or any other, has been completely eliminated.
Can you tell us where the U.S. aircraft in these latest airstrikes, where they originated from? Are they carrier-based? Are they coming from air bases in the region?
What I can tell you is that the aircraft that participated in today's strikes were land-based aircraft, and they came from bases in the region. Wolf, I'm really not going to go into any more detail than that.
But as far as you know, Turkey, a NATO ally, is not yet allowing the U.S. to stage aircraft to launch strikes in Syria or Iraq. Is that right?
Well, again, without getting into the specifics of partner nation contributions, and we know Turkey's going to be a partner in this, they've said that, and they'll have to speak for the way in which they're going to participate. We are getting great regional cooperation. We're very pleased with that, very grateful for that. And as I said at the outset, that cooperation isn't just in terms of basing. It's in terms of flying. It's in terms of dropping bombs. And the majority of the aircraft, as I said, that flew today's operations were from coalition partners.